Now available in paperback and Kindle, Stop Simping in Cyberspace. Learn how to avoid predatory females like Instagram models and e-girls in their virtual con games with Stop Simping in Cyberspace. Get your copy of Stop Simping in Cyberspace in paperback and Kindle today. One of my viewers wanted to know what people could do regarding dealing with fake accounts. Now, the viewer says that fake accounts have been causing issues such as bullying on platforms like TikTok and YouTube, and wanted to know what my thoughts were regarding fake accounts on platforms. Now, when it comes to fake accounts on platforms, I discussed this in a previous video, and I'm going to leave a link to that in the description box. Now, when it comes to these fake accounts, as I stated before, these fake accounts are usually made by individuals who grew up in dysfunctional homes and do not understand what the concept of time is. Now, since these individuals were raised dysfunctional, they don't understand what the concept of time is, and they don't understand that time is a precious thing, and that's why you do not want to waste time. However, these individuals, because they don't understand the concept of time, what they do is look to waste time by going out here and creating these fake accounts in a spectrum of dysfunctional reasons, such as looking to impersonate a celebrity in some cases, and in other cases they create fake accounts looking to harass people. And people have been doing this ever since the inception of the internet, with places like chat rooms where people used to create troll accounts, and they also did it on message boards such as Wizard World and other message boards like Superhero Hype in the early to mid 2000s. And back then, people would make these accounts, again, looking to disrupt people's discussions regarding certain topics because they didn't like the attention people were getting as related to talking about things they were passionate about, and they looked to disrupt the discourse on those platforms, hoping to go out here and get some attention for themselves, similar to the way that class clowns look to go out here and get attention by making a lot of noise. However, when these individuals would come on those platforms, there were resources to deal with these individuals. Now, I remember being on message boards like The Foosh, like Superhero Hype, and Wizard World, and back then, when people would come on those platforms and would also go on chat rooms, like on AOL's chat rooms, what people would do is look to block these individuals if they got enough complaints about them. If they got enough complaints about them, there were tools that were used by the moderators of those sites to police those websites as related to out-of-pocket behavior, because these people who call themselves trolls would be dealt with by being removed from the platform, and many of them would be blocked from being able to access the website. That is what was done on those private platforms back in the early to mid 2000s and the late 90s. That's what was done to deal with these people who created fake accounts or went out here looking to start trouble. However, as we entered into the era of social media, we've had problems with these individuals on places like X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and YouTube, because what these individuals do is look to come on platforms, sometimes looking to impersonate a celebrity, sometimes looking to just create an account looking to harass people. And sadly, what's happened on these platforms is that they have not really given people and users the tools to be able to deal with these individuals to make sure that there's a civil discourse on these platforms. Now, when it comes to these individuals, because these are private platforms, there's not much that can be done because these are platforms run by private owners. And since they're run by private owners, it is up to the owner to deal with these individuals by creating a policy that lets them know where the boundaries are. But sadly, when it comes to platforms like Facebook, X, Instagram, and many others like TikTok and YouTube, they have been really lax as related to giving users tools to be able to deal with individuals like this. And this is one of the big problems as related to these fake accounts, is that you cannot really deal with them constructively, because unlike the days of the message board and the chat room, where the user and the moderators could basically shut these individuals down, what happens on platforms like X, Instagram, and YouTube and Facebook is these people can continue to look to harass someone, and can continue to look to harass someone because there are not ample enough tools to deal with them. Now, what the users can do to deal with these fake accounts in many cases is they have to take the law into their own hands by dealing with them, since the website people really don't step in effectively. And the best thing to do with people with fake accounts is just go out here and block these individuals on platforms. Now, many platforms like TikTok and Facebook and Instagram do allow you to block individuals, and even X allows you to block individuals who are causing you trouble, and that helps in those cases. But when it comes to YouTube, what they have done is take away the block feature, and what they do is what they call hide user, and hide user doesn't really help many of us users. No, what happens in the case of these users who do get hidden is what they do is look to go and create another sock puppet account and create another sock puppet account to continue harassing an individual. And the same thing happens over at places like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. People will go out here and create sock puppet accounts, more accounts, in order to continue harassing individuals. And sometimes you have to go out here because it's so complicated and try to find a way to get relief. And that's the hardest part about this whole situation, is it's hard to get relief. This person will create multiple accounts, and the only way you can get relief is to contact the company like Facebook or Twitter and other companies and ask for the website to block the person's IP address. Now, every device, such as a smartphone, such as a laptop, a desktop, all of them have an IP address on the Wi-Fi card, and sometimes the only way to get this person to stop harassing you is to go out and look to go get this person blocked by either contacting the owner or contacting the internet service provider by letting them know that this person is participating in harassment, such as cyber stalking. Now, there are laws on the books that will put criminal charges on a person for participating in campaigns of harassment, such as cyber stalking. That's a federal crime. It's a federal crime to continue going to harass someone on social media, and many people don't understand that it is a federal crime to continue going to somebody's page and continuing to harass that person over a period of time. Because if a person already lets you know they don't want you on their platform, you are to respect that person and just move on. But when it comes to these dysfunctional individuals, due to the dysfunctional way they are raised, primarily in these single mother households or these households with beta male fathers, these individuals do not understand the concept of boundaries. And because they do not understand the concept of boundaries, what these individuals do whenever somebody checks them and lets them know where the line is they escalate their behavior. And after they are blocked, they get emotional and act on their impulses by creating yet another account. And then they go after the same individual over and over again. This is what I ran into as related to the Blogger website back in about 2011 or so. I had individuals looking to stalk my platform, and I literally had to end comments in the comment section, which was open and free for everyone to use, because individuals came on there looking to start trouble, and I had to stop allowing comments on that site because of the out-of-control behavior of a group of individuals. Again, had to stop it, but because I could not get any recourse as related to Google with Blogger, where I could be able to block these individuals as related to their out-of-control behavior, which is a real problem because, again, YouTube and Google really do need to do something about this whole thing, because what I find is interesting is that sites that can access YouTube, like StreamYard, allow you to block individuals, but YouTube won't let you block individuals as related to them being a private company. I mean, again, this is a tool that many users need to use as related to out-of-control behavior from individuals who cannot go out here and maintain a civil discourse. If an individual cannot maintain a civil discourse, users do need a way to protect themselves from these individuals, and we need tools to do this And because it's very complicated to go find out where this person's IP address is, contact the internet service provider, who in some cases is going to want police reports, and again, a very tedious task when the best tool we could use is to be able to block these individuals and deny them access to our content. But the real problem is that these individuals are extremely pathetic, and again, pathetic because who would sit there and spend their day obsessing over somebody else's content? I mean, that's a critical question I have to ask, because only a pathetic individual is going to sit there and continue to watch content they don't like, continue to watch videos they don't like, continue to follow the account of someone they don't like, because the greatest tool and asset that God has given us is time, and He gave us time so that we could receive His gift of salvation. But these individuals, they basically want to squander that time in their lives, and they want to squander that time in their lives because they don't understand how precious time is, because we can be here 1 minute in this world and dead the next. But these individuals, again, because they don't understand the concept of time, this is where they wind up wasting time in their lives, and wasting time that they could have to go do something more constructive. And what's really sad is, again, God has given us the greatest tool, one of the greatest tools in the world, of the internet, that allows us to connect with people. And these disconnected individuals from reality, what they want to do is use it to go out here and cause mayhem. They want to use it to cause mayhem because they don't understand how precious time is in this world. They don't understand how precious time is in this world. And this is why they basically want to throw away their time going out here and creating account after account and creating account after account to continue watching content they don't like. Again, this is the kind of behavior that is what codependent people do, because when it comes to codependent people, they want to get power as related to a relationship, and they want to get control in that relationship. So what these individuals look to do as they look to get control is show how out of control they are, ironically, by going out and continuing to make accounts to watch content they don't like from a person they don't like. Again, showing the world how pathetic they truly are. And again, when it comes to these people, yes, there are already laws on the books that state that people will face criminal charges for these situations. There are laws against cyberbullying. There are laws against cyber stalking. And people do go to jail for these crimes. And again, people wind up losing access to their internet, because when people go out and are persistent, what they do is find out, well, this person, again, is harassing them. What they do is go to the police, and the police do contact the ISP and find the IP address of this individual. And after they find the IP address of this individual, usually companies like Verizon and companies like many of the cable companies will go out here and cut off this person's internet and terminate their internet. And then after they terminate their internet, what will happen is that there will be an investigation by the FBI, and this person will be brought up on criminal charges. So there are laws on the books as related to this kind of behavior. I mean, there are laws that deal with these fake accounts, but a lot of times people don't know what the laws are as related to these situations, and they don't know what their recourse is as related to these private companies, because a lot of these private companies, they make it complicated to deal with these individuals, but they need to make it a lot simpler. They need to make it a lot simpler because in a lot of cases, if this person escalates their behavior to cyber stalking and criminal behavior, the ISP and the website can be held liable for this, and people can sue them because they didn't do enough to deal with these individuals. And again, the easiest thing they could do is make it where we can get the tools to block these individuals so that they cannot go out here and access somebody's YouTube channel, somebody's TikTok platform, somebody's Instagram page. I mean, this is the easiest thing that can be done. Not hide the user, block the user so they can't get back on the platform, and make it where their IP address cannot access that part of that website. That's the tools that we need to deal with these individuals who, again, possibly only have one smartphone or one computer, and again, won't be able to get back on that platform to harass an individual. We need tools to again deal with these boundaries as related to these fake accounts that take away from everybody being able to access the internet and be able to access the internet and be safe. And because when it comes to these individuals who use these platforms to harass and bully other people, they need to be shown what the boundaries are, and they need to be shown what the boundaries are as related to their behavior, because these people go out here looking to abuse the internet and abuse the tools of the internet, and that's why users need to have those tools to deal with people the way we used to deal with them on chat rooms and message boards back in the day. I mean, we had the tools to deal with these individuals, with moderators basically kicking these individuals out on message boards like Superhero Hype and the Fwoosh. And I remember seeing guys get banned, but the whole thing is we need this on social media to ban toxic individuals who look to use the internet as a place to cause mayhem and basically lock these individuals out as related to their out of control and basically extremely pathetic behavior. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can send a donation for the minimum of $15 to the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my positive black fiction that deals with the toxic behavior online of people, you can pick up my book, Stop Simping in Cyberspace, which goes in depth on all of these toxic individuals who go online and be able to understand why their behavior is dysfunctional and extremely pathetic. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available for the first time in paperback. Stop Simping in the Workplace. Men, learn what you need to know in order to protect your job from workplace predators with Stop Simping in the Workplace. Available in paperback at online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. The Man Crisis. Learn why so many men are struggling to find their way in an increasingly gynocentric world in The Man Crisis. Get your copy of The Man Crisis in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.